Hi, this is Ashley Norris, and this is my video presentation of the Mulvane High School demographics for Alt-C 805, working with diverse and exceptional learners. So, the high school that I teach at is in Mulvane, Kansas. It is a suburb of Wichita, Kansas. A little bit further south that you can see on the map there. It is a school that is very focused on community, and the community really invests a lot in the school as well. So we'll take a quick shot at the school demographics for the enrollment of Mulvane. So Mulvane is a 4A school. The building of the high school has 551 students currently enrolled, whereas the whole district is sitting at the 1797, and compare that with the state total students. The community demographics, just a quick snapshot there. The population of Mulvane is right around 5,400. Median age 43.1 years, and then we have some other stats there. One of the nice things about the community of Mulvane, they do get a little bit more support than some other schools do with the Kansas Star Casino. I have the picture there of the front of that they provide a lot of support for the schools and the community, in that teachers that teach in the district get a $500 gift card every year for purchasing supplies and things they need throughout the year, and students, for every student that's enrolled in Mulvane, they actually get a $100 gift card as well. So lots of community support. The school organization and climate. Mulvane has its structure in that it has a school board, its administrators, and the teachers, and there's that chain of command. The mission statement that's prominent in the school is to prepare all students with academic and life skills while respecting the diverse social, educational, and cultural characteristics of each individual student. And our core values are listed there also. So to have respectful, positive relationships, safe learning environments, competent, knowledgeable staff, appropriate social skills and citizenship, professionalism with integrity, and open and honest communication. So on to student backgrounds. So Mulvane keeps to its traditions, very much athletics and especially football, supporting community and school. Now, as far as race and ethnicity, the majority of the students in Mulvane are white. So this is some graphics that I pulled from the KSDE website. So as far as the white population of the school is sitting at 86.75%. African American at 1.45%, Hispanic 5.81%, and then other 5.99%. And as far as home language with Mulvane High School, this is the ELL report from the KSDE website, and you can see that the mass majority of students at Mulvane are not ELL students, where that's 98.91%, and then we do have some English language learning students sitting at 1.09%, so not very many of them. The ones that we do have that are currently enrolled are usually foreign exchange students, or we do have some Hispanic kids there, but they primarily speak English, so really this number is representing the foreign exchange students that get enrolled in the school, which we have about 3 or 4 a year usually. So socioeconomic status, Mulvane, here is another chart I got from KSDE that the economically disadvantaged percentage is 34.3% in the Mulvane School District. For gender, we have about half and half, a little bit more males and females, so males being at 52.45% of our students as opposed to females being 47.55%. So student academics. Mulvane actually has a very high graduation rate, sitting at 98%, and dropout rate is very low as well. And then our statistics for our testing. Now we do have some sitting at level 4, not quite as many as the entire state of Kansas has. We have some level 3, majority level 2. I guess we're working on getting those level 1s up a little bit, as we did have an increase in level 1 from 2016 to 2017. In math, showing the same thing, we had an increase in level 1 being at 50.39% as opposed to 29% in 2016. So those are some goals that the school district has, get some of those assessments up that way. In science, we have a little bit more higher functioning with the science department. So again, we're hoping to increase all of these numbers as well, to kind of get that level 1 down and then the other levels up there. Alright, so educational options. Now in Mulvane there are a lot of opportunities for our students. We do have several with disabilities. If we're looking at the grand scheme of things in comparison to other schools, we do have a really great special education department. So we do work with these kids individually to make sure that they're getting the best treatment and education experience they can. So in educational placement, Mulvane is very big into the college and career readiness. We have several career or CTE courses that are offered, and I teach one of them, actually being in the health science. So we just added a new ag. We have several other technical job readiness, such as HVAC and automotive and things like that. So that's something that the school very much focuses on to get kids in classes that they really are interested in and something that they would be interested in as a career. And as far as the special education, we do have several learning accommodations that we provide, including the 504 health plans. We do offer gifted services and disability accommodations, and this also goes for some of the English language learner students that we have. We all as a staff get notified. We make sure we have the proper paperwork and that we are following those accommodations as what's lined out in the paperwork. Now, testing accommodations, we do offer those as well. This is some of them that are probably pretty common. So as opposed to instructional accommodations, some of the testing accommodations we might do to allow more time, make sure the tests are in larger print. I personally have had students that suffering from dyslexia that they would test in a separate room, and I'd have someone read the test aloud to them so that they could be more successful on the test that way. We even have some visually challenged students that will work from an iPad so that they can expand the screen. So we are actually getting really creative in ways that we can help make those students as successful as possible. So in reflection with this this cultural diversity piece and tying in the readings, something that I'm very passionate about, and what I do as an instructor is I'm not only teaching content of my courses, which I teach chemistry and health science, but I also very much try to coach my students in basically having people skills, so that way that they are polite and respectful to one another. And as we read in our articles, so the culture and emotion article by Jeannie, Sai, that our emotions are very important, and that we have a grip on those so that we can make close emotional connections with other cultures. So as you saw in the demographics for Mulvane, very, very, very small minority population as opposed to having, it's predominantly a white school. So one of the things that, again, that we have to focus on is making sure that kids are ready to be out in the world, and the world isn't going to have that same population that they're used to at their school. So it's very important that they make sure to be able to have an appreciation of others no matter what, and to be acceptant of other cultures, and to get that real world readiness for them. And culture, like mentioned in our culture article by Biswas, Diener, and Thin, that we need to have that to understand how the world works. So just as I am teaching them that chemistry is something that helps them understand their natural world, having an appreciation for other cultures is something that needs to happen in order to have the understanding of how the world really works. And again, it's not just the way people dress or the type of food that they like, but to learn universal manners and respect, and to have that empathy and respect to communicate with others. So, in conclusion, this is just something that I, again, having taught in the district this is my second year now, that's something that I have personally noticed to get kids ready for that would be to help them be able to communicate better and to be respectful to others. So that is all that I have. Thank you so much. Bye.